Hello everyone. In this lecture, I'm going to show you how we can implement scaling in OpenCV. And you know scaling is a part of geometrical transformation on image. Okay, so we will discuss a lot of different geometrical transformation with respect to an image. The first one that I'm going to discuss here is a very important one, of course, that is scaling. Well, so let's try to know what does it mean by scaling. Okay, so scaling is just the resizing of an image. Means you are resizing the image, and you know by image you have that width and length or height. You are going to change that size, and that is also known as image interpolation, right? So let me define you that image interpolation occurs, or image interpolation is a kind of technique which is where that because you are resizing the image or distorting your image from one pixel grid to another. Means you got it that you are changing the original size of an image, or you are distorting that original image, so from one grid to another. Now in scaling, we try to do this type of resizing, and in OpenCV, we will use the function resize, that is CV2 resize, for this purpose. Okay, the size of the image you can specify either manually or you can specify it with the help of a scaling factor. Now we use some interpolation methods like CV2 inter area and CV2 intercube, CV2 interlinear. For this type of interpolation, we use CV2 inter area for shrinking. You know the shrinking of an image, that is you are just shrinking it, you are reducing the size. Then CV2 intercubic for slow, and then CV2 interlinear for zooming. But by default, we are going to use what? CV2 interlinear for all type of this type of scaling purposes or resizing purposes. Now, the code for this tasks of scaling is as mentioned below. You do one thing, you can take a screenshot of this because you have to implement it by yourself practically. Okay, then you will get it that what we are trying to do. So import CV2, you know it, because we are trying to import that OpenCV. We are doing it in Python. So CV2 for OpenCV, then import numpy as np, you can include or you may not include. Then image, that image which you want to scale or which you want to resize. So with the help of CV2 image function, then you can display the original image, okay, by simultaneously executing these two code lines of statements. Then now first one, this is the first sheet. There are two ways here. I'm showing you how to resize the image. The first one, res1, say the image after resizing done, we'll keep it in res1 variable. So CV2 resize image non fx is equal to 2 and fy is equal to 2, and interpolation method we are using is CV2 dot intercubic. So intercubic as the interpolation method we are using. Now let's try to understand this code in detail. CV2 resize, you got it, that image, original image, non fx is equal to 2, fy is equal to 2. Interpolation method we use is intercubic. Sorry, OpenCV function, this resize function has two different modes for resizing the image. One, a fixed output size can be specified here in the second parameter. or scaling factor for each dimension you can specify using fx and fy parameter like we are doing it here. Okay, we are doing the specifying, actually we are specifying the fx and fy parameter value rather than specifying this that specific output image value. So that's why we are using non here. So these fx and fy parameters will be used for calculating the output image. So fx2, fy2, so we are actually doubling the size, right? If both methods are used simultaneously, then fx and fy parameters will be ignored. But we are using one at a time here. We are specifying fx and fy value. The output size parameter is mandatory for both cases. It means that if we want to use the scaling method, we have to pass non in place of the output size parameter. And here non indicates we don't want to use this parameter. Instead, we are using fx2 and fy. Fx is equal to 2, fy is equal to 2. I hope this piece of code is very clear to you now. Then second method, as I say, this is the first one for the same task, second one for the same task. Second image, what we are doing, height and width, we have retrieved it from our original image with the help of this shape. Now, from that array, we have used this height and width. Then CV2 resize image 2 into width cross height. You see that we have got the image width and height using shape, right? This one we have used. So now height, we get the value of original height and width. Now we are doubling this value. See, now in place of non, we are specifying the output size. 2 cross width, 2 cross height. So height and width will be made twice. Then you don't need to use this one. Okay, then we are again using the same interpolation method, that is CV2 intercubic. So ultimately we are doing the same tasks with each of these two different methods. Then you can show the image that is being recited with this piece of code. I hope that each statement of this code is now very clear to you, right? Now let me show you. Just a minute. Let me show you how we will do it in our spider. So open the spider. I have written the code. See each piece of the code that I have explained. So let's execute one set at a time using this. Import CV2. We have imported, right? Then sometimes it takes time. Don't worry. Now let's display the original image. This is our original image. I'm considering Lina image here. See, in the image function, I am keeping it in Z drive. Okay, in the Kaziranga University image dataset folder, you can keep your own image for resizing tasks in that particular folder. Then I'm displaying the original image. Now let's execute this code of code, means where I'm specifying output as known, but fx2, fy2, that is being specified here using CV2 intercubic interpolation method. So let's display the resize image that we have done this using this first method. Which is the original image. See, this is the resize image. This is too big that can fit my scheme. So as I am doubling the size, this is the resize image. You can clearly see its size being resized, double, right? I hope this is clear. The first method is clear. Then let's display the result for the second method. So first, height and width, I am retrieving it from this shape, and then I'm specifying the 2 cross width, 2 cross height here. So let's execute this. Being successfully executed, you can clearly see here You know this is the console part. Whether the code is executed successfully or not, you can see here. Now let's display the output from the second method. See? So this is also being resized with the same size and same means height and same width. So ultimately we are doing the same task using the second method also. So guys, I hope that scaling and interpolation and resize function along with two different ways of doing it is now very much clear to you. But still, if you have any query, then you can use the comment box to ask me directly. So with this, Dr. Dibbo is signing out. We will meet in the next lecture. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.